Today, I'm sharing at least 5 practical tips for reducing or hiding a turkey neck on camera. And these are solutions that I've tried and tested, and they work right away. But first, welcome to my channel. I'm Julie Hansen, and I help women feel and look confident on camera. Here you'll find tips on virtual fashion and style, professional presence, and everything you need to show up as your best self in a virtual world. If that speaks to you, consider hitting subscribe below so you don't miss any of the tips. Ladies, I don't know about you, but I was blissfully unaware that I had developed what is unattractively called a turkey neck until I started working virtually. And if you don't know what I'm talking about and you're over 40, take a look at yourself on your next Zoom call. Here's the brutal truth about being on camera. Your neck is literally in the spotlight. Every little sag or line or shadow, anything you can see in your bathroom mirror is there for everyone to see. So what did I do when I discovered this? Naturally, I went right to YouTube. And what did I find? Video after video of 20-something influencers showing me exercises to tighten up my neck. Let's get real. At a certain age, you can do all the stretching and exercises you want, but those lines, they're not going anywhere without medical intervention. And I don't know about you, but I don't have 6 months or a year to wait to see if those neck yoga exercises maybe possibly kick in. I need solutions that work now. So I am going to share with you 5 real talk tips that will reduce or even hide your turkey neck issues. But first, let's talk about why everything is 10 times worse on video than it is in real life. Number 1, as I mentioned, you're always in the spotlight, and that harsh lighting often hits your neck at just the worst possible spot. Number 2, your neck rarely gets any sun, so it's often paler than your face, which makes every neck line or wrinkle or shadow more obvious. And number 3, we often lean towards the camera, especially when we want to connect with people, and that often creates more unflattering lines, sags, and shadows. So what is a woman of a certain age who has to work on camera supposed to do? Well, I'm going to share with you those 5 strategies that change the game, and they require no exercise and no costly medical treatments. Okay, this first one is huge, and that is make sure you're eye level with your camera and that your camera is slightly tilted down. Many people have their camera positioned so they are looking up at it, which is the worst possible angle for a turkey neck. So you want to make sure you get an external camera that you can tilt so that you have a better positioned frame to hide and or at least reduce some of that turkey neck look. Number 2, take the spotlight off of your neck area. The easiest way to do that is to make sure that you're not having your light source coming from the bottom. So position yourself so the light is coming from above like this. Number 3, strategic use of makeup. Contouring can actually go a pretty long way in terms of getting rid of some of that spotlight effect that happens on our necks. Here's a few tips that work for me. Use a shade that's slightly darker than your skin tone and just tap that on there nicely. And then I have to use a bronzing powder on top of that to even things out a little bit. And that tends to minimize that whole effect of the turkey neck being in the spotlight at least. Okay, number 4, I guarantee you haven't heard. And that is mastering the pane of glass technique. As I mentioned, many people tend to move their head towards the camera when they get excited or they're trying to connect with others. And that puts you in an extreme close-up, which in addition to be pretty unflattering, also magnifies the lines and the sags in your neck. So the pane of glass technique is from my best-selling book on virtual presence, Look Me in the Eye. And here's how it works. You want to imagine a pane of glass between you and your camera. And what you don't want to do is you don't want to hit your head on that glass. So you have to maintain a consistent distance between your head and neck and the camera. Now, it takes a little practice, but I guarantee you eventually you will break that lurching forward habit for good. Number 5, neck strips. Yes, they make neck strips or face tape that can temporarily smooth things out for important calls. Think of it as Spanx for your neck, so you can see the before and after results for yourself. I'm not sure I'm entirely sold on this. It's a slight difference, but I'm not sure it's worth having me rip out the hairs on the back of my neck every time I get on a video call. But I might save it for special occasions. And surprise, I have a special bonus 6 solution for you, and that is this: channel your inner Diane Keaton. If you still feel self conscious about your neck, turtlenecks and high neck shirts are your best friend. Look, Diane Keaton has been rocking this look for decades, and there's a reason. It's classic, it's professional, it looks polished, and it eliminates the problem entirely. Look, we're not trying to turn back time here. We're just working with what we've got and trying to look as polished and confident as we feel. But if you need a laugh, and sometimes you just gotta laugh as you age, pick up Nora Ephron's book, I Feel Bad About My Neck. It's absolutely brilliant. And she says everything that most of us are thinking, but in the most hilarious way possible. I'll drop the link in the comments section. And for more practical tips on elevating your entire virtual presence, I'll drop the link for my book, Look Me in the Eye, in the comments as well. Finally, remember that confidence is your best accessory, but a little strategic camera help can't hurt.